Hello there, this is DBT and this is Art of Rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8. And today I'm gonna be doing a multiplayer protest, or should I say, a multiplayer ultimate test of the car that you see on the screen right now, and that is the Koenigsegg CC850. You know it, the one from the Lucky Strike / Elite Banner, whatever that thing is called. Yes, that one. And I'm gonna test it in multiplayer to see how well or bad it performs. But before I jump into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, because doing these things help the channel to continue to be discovered and I can continue making this content for you. So go ahead, like and subscribe for some more Asphalt 8 right here. But alright, so as I just mentioned, this is the car that you can, in theory, if you're really lucky, as kind of the name says, you can get through the Lucky Strike. You know, this whole thing. I already made a video showing this thing in function, or you know, how it works. I'll put the link in the top right if you want to watch that. That is actually how I unlock the car that I'm going to be using now. But still, for now, what I'm going to do is test it in multiplayer. Now, this is going to be a bit of a peculiar situation because I've heard some horror stories about this car. And assuming you don't know anything about the car, basically Class S car 1861, I think it's the only ultimate car of that rank. All of the other ultimates are in lower or higher rank, so that's kind of cool. Either way, here's the stats without boosters. Now, this is why I said that people said that this is a nightmare, because apparently the acceleration without boosters is absolutely terrible. I don't know. Over here it is with the tuning kit. You can see that in theory it goes from 250 to 0.95. So, I don't know, let's test it out in multiplayer, and then, don't worry, we're gonna do an acceleration test with and without boosters. So for this video, I'm having to use a little bit of extra brain power to use my boosters smartly, just so that I can test it midway through this without boosters. So I'm really curious to see if the acceleration isn't as bad as some people have made it out to be. I'm not necessarily doubting them, I'm just saying that I haven't checked it out myself, so I don't really know. But either way. So yes, the Koenigsegg. Oh, come on, dude! That wasn't even a knockdown. That was marked as a wreck, like I wrecked the wall. Really? I don't think I was hitting it with that much of an angle, but anyway. This is a car that I honestly never thought that I was gonna acquire in this game, because this is a car that was part of, as many others, at Treasure Rush. Now, why do I say that this one in particular I didn't think that I was gonna get if there's a bunch of other Treasure Rush cars that I do own? Well, because once again, this is an ultimate car. You know, that means that the car doesn't need to be upgraded at all. It's already at its maximum rank, so that's kind of neat. But because of that, it's the type of car that you're not gonna encounter in a car hunt. Unlike, say, a Senna GTR or some other cars that... Why am I doing so many flat spins? I don't know. Some more of the other cars that have been featured in Treasure Rushes, but eventually they show up as car hunt. Again, because they are not ultimates. Alright, I got a 5th place. Even though there was a wreck, I think that was an okay result in general, again, given the wreck. And given what I was saying earlier with the Treasure Rush, it's not a car that I was willing to spend the, what is it, $150 in order to guarantee getting the car. So that's why I'm like, I'm probably never gonna acquire the car. It's fine. That is basically the same situation with, for example, the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. That obviously I would like it for the collection, not so much for the performance. Oh god, what happened with my drift? I tried to drift and it didn't drift. Maybe I just didn't press the button or something, or I pressed it at the wrong time. What the heck was that? That was absolutely terrible. But anyway, so yeah, like the... Alright, great. I'm doing absolutely terrible. You know what? I'm actually not... Okay, I should... Do we count this as a proper race? I feel like I messed it up. Like, I'm not actually showing the performance of the car. I'm just showing you the skill issue, that's all. So I'm not sure how useful this is, but either way, I guess we're just gonna commit to it. It's not that I wouldn't show you this race, it's more like I was gonna not record the entire thing, but we're committed, man. F it. Might as well. But yeah, like the Absolute, like the Venom, cars like that, Ultimates, I'm quite okay with not acquiring them. I would like them for the collection, yes. But you know, if I don't get them, it's fine. I'm just not willing to pay $150 for each to get them. Alright, so even after those mess-ups, we still got a 4th place, so I don't know if that says something about the car or, you know, about the competition this time around. There's my points. Nice. Game is like, I can't wait for you to do the drift test, so let me give you already a race in Munich. So, okay, fair enough. Alright, let's do this. Let's see what we can do. Now, about this whole thing of the car being bad when unboosted, to be fair, no car in this game you should really be bringing unboosted unless you're just playing Master Season like I've shown before, and you know, playing with the Arash and things like that. And over there, okay, maybe they have a bit of a purpose. But in general, oh god, that was really odd timing for that train. I've never seen the train passing at that time. But anyway, So yeah, you shouldn't be bringing any car unboosted into the game in multiplayer specifically. I guess in all modes, but still, you're at a massive disadvantage like that. Look. Oh, that drift ended up being way wider than I expected. Okay, we're in second place. Let's see if I can actually keep it. Oh, just I bounced on the wall, but hey, at second place, I have to live with that. Jesus. I mean, I wasn't gonna steal the first place, but I'm not super happy about that bounce on the wall. It's fine. I got defeated by an absolute, but I did beat all of these other cars. So hey, not bad results. And if you're thinking, DVT, for the love of everything that is holy to you, lock in, show me some good performance. Don't worry, that's the second half of the video. For now, it's just, you know, me talking a little bit about the car. But yeah, so all of the cars on boosted are gonna be bad, but apparently this car in particular has a way worse acceleration than you would expect in a car on boosted. Like, yeah, all cars on boosted are gonna be slower. Yeah, all cars on boosted are gonna accelerate worse than when they're boosted, things like that. But like, apparently this one in particular is like next level nonsense. Dude, I'm so sorry. Oh God, I wasn't trying to knock him down. Just that I don't know if he ran out of nitro, what happened there, but I was pushing him and I was trying to steer away from him. The problem is, if I were to brake at that moment to try to break away from him, there's a chance that I would get knocked down myself. You know how that works. Sometimes you have a car in front of you and for some reason they knock you down. Yeah, that happens sometimes. So I wasn't willing to try. So sorry, buddy. Wasn't trying to knock you down, but I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Is my car just that? Was it that much faster than his that I was pushing him like that, or was that him without nitro? Kind of like I am right now. Jesus Christ. This track that doesn't have nitro in this entire season. By the way, this car does have a little bit of additional top speed. You know, the whole thing of top speed versus nitro and whatnot. Yeah, this one does have a little bit extra raw speed, but not too much. All right, wait a second. Is that a Koenigsegg absolute that I just beat? Is that an absolute? It looks like an absolute. All right, so we got defeated by Venom F5, but there's me on the CC850. I did beat the absolute, which actually has a higher raw speed than mine, but hey, that's kind of cool. And then there's all of those other cars. Spiral drift test. We kind of already had a test in a previous race, but still we're gonna test it in a controlled environment, which is this one. Let's see what I can do over here, and here we go. Yeah, all right, that's not the sharpest drift, especially for a Class S car, Ultimate, the Koenigsegg, but hey. Now, that's not me saying that the drift is bad. It's more like it's just not amazing or anything. So yeah, just thought of mentioning that. Opposite direction because, of course, oh, I started that super late. That was terrible. Also, I don't know why, but the game feels more laggy as of late for me. I don't know if you guys have experienced this on Windows specifically. That it doesn't feel as responsive. It seems to freeze a bit more when, you know, finishing a race and what. It has done that for a while, but still. Oh, did you notice the headlight 3D model is attached to my car? Can you see that at the front? Rewind that while I was doing the drift and you will notice. Maybe I can show it over here. Look at the headlights. You see them there. What's that? And here's a time to wall test. I can seem to find a car that I can cleanly out accelerate, so we're just gonna have to roll with. Dude, he literally got on the way. Oh, like he straight up got out of his way to get in front of me. Jesus. Can you please behave this time around, please? See, that's more like it, more normal. Jesus. Anyway. So, this is the acceleration like that. I think it was a little bit better, like by 100 milliseconds. But, what I'm interested is, you know it. Well, it was gonna be a great transition to the unboosted race, but no, I also am gonna show it in gate drift. Because I've said that I want to show you also this acceleration test, because it's a bit cleaner, even if the count times backwards, but still, there we go. Now for real, let's check it out unboosted. And to try to make this a little bit more fair, I only don't have tuning kit. I do have all of the nitro possible for the sake of going with all of the nitro as much as I can, but still, let's check it out. Triple tap. Wow! Holy macaronis, what was that? What? I don't know what to tell you, that felt absolutely insane. Now in the regular one, this is incredible. I can see why people were telling me they have to test this without tuning kit. Holy smokes, that is so slow. Oh my God, this is so fun. I love it. It's like, listen people, it's not that I was trying to doubt you or anything, but you know, I needed to experience it myself, and now that I've seen it, I just got an idea. Why don't why don't you tell me rather if you would like to see me do some Master Season with this car without tuning it. I'm still gonna go with the nitro boosters, but not tuning it. And you know, Master Season in the early stages, it's relatively easy, especially if you're bringing a classic car. But bringing this one, I don't know, this might get actually very interesting. So what you guys say? Should I do it? Let me know in the comments if you want to see a Master Season run with this thing without tuning it, because holy smokes, that is so unique. I mean, it's unbelievable. It feels like I'm driving a Class C car, or even like a Class C car, but very fast eventually. You know, it takes forever. It reminds me of the acceleration of unboosted cars in the game. No, it's not unboosted. Oh, crap. Cars that were not rebalanced, you know, with the old balance where the game, and then some cars really took forever to accelerate. That's what this reminds me of, and it's so interesting, so, I don't know, refreshing in some way. Oh man, I don't know why that got me so excited. It's so fun to see cars that are just that weird. But anyway, look at that, a second place. Obviously now I did have the tuning kit because, hey, for multiplayer, for the MP test, well, I want to show you. Let me click on it. Yeah, there we go. Defeated by a Senna GTR, but I did the Faraday, Racer Tachyon, Faraday. Oh, look at this guy doing considerably well. Look at his points. Very nice. Now, I did promise you that I was going to try to lock in. That's what I'm going to do for these upcoming races. See if I can get a better result. But overall, I'm not doing too terrible with the car, to be completely honest. I don't know. But let's do it. Oh god, no, I went too wide. Oh man, how did I lose so much speed on there? Oh Jesus. Alright, so much for locking it in. Dude! Fine. I'm fine. So basically I don't know, I don't even know what happened there. But he pushed me enough where I couldn't steer the car again, and that's why I ended up against the wall. Oh man. Jesus. Well, once again, and I keep on saying this a lot in this type of videos, but it is the truth. You might be bringing the best car in the game, but you're always subject to the randomness of multiplayer and whatever that random stuff that can happen. So yes, you know, at the end of the day, this is kind of just the experience of multiplayer, which I'm not saying is necessarily bad. It just is what it is. So yes, there was some point when I was like, man, I hate this so much, and all the people get in the way. But really, even IRL racing really gets like this. Granted, not to this level, but still. All right, that's a third place. Still, you know, well, defeated by actually a Venom and a Jesco Absolute. I mean, after a wreck and getting third place, I don't know if this says more about the car itself or just, you know, the competition at this time of day. Let the record show that DBT is not trying to mock anybody for their varying skill levels or anything. DBT admits that he himself is not a fantastic player. There you go. Just a bit of a disclaimer because I don't want to make it sound like, oh, DBT is mocking players because they're not as experienced, let's say. Because I'm not even like all that good. You know what I'm saying, whatever. All right, let's see what we can do in this race. Is that a bullet? That was a bullet. I'm so sorry, buddy. That's another car that I knocked down from behind. Is this car secretly pretty fast or something? I don't know. Oh boy. No, mother. You see what I'm saying about just randomness of multiplayer? Oh man. And it was at the bell. Of all things, it was at the bell that did that to me. Jeez, I'm fine. But hey, whatever. I can no longer lock in this race because all of this stuff happened already, so whatever. But yeah, so in actual, you know, nowadays I've been getting more and more into F1 races, and it's just so fun to see how, and this stuff keep on happening. Obviously over there, it's a different thing, right? Because that's real racing, super expensive IRL cars and whatnot, and all of that stuff. But still, you can still see that someone does something dumb as they're racing, and because of their dumb thing that they did, they made someone else's race. Oh, he hit him. And now that other guy is also out of the race because this other player, this other racer did something wrong, and you know, so that happens everywhere. So yeah, that kind of tracks. Oh man. Actually, look at that. There were two DeVels. I didn't notice. That's kind of cool. Locking in time. This is the one. This is where I put all of my effort. 100% effort. Let's do it. Though I don't love this track, but hey, it's nice. My nitro. Oh god. Everybody's lagging, so that means it's probably me who's actually lagging. Cian! Oh, come on! Not a nitro. Well, alright, I'll live with another second place. To be fair, a lot of these races were relatively decent results, so there is that. The car is not terrible. For an 1861 car, it's okay. I'm not gonna tell you that this is, oh my god, absolutely amazing or anything. It's not absolutely terrible either, but as you can see, at least it can accelerate. But when it comes to the drift, not particularly great. The nitro isn't particularly great. The handling isn't particularly great. I don't think this is an amazing car in any way, shape, or form, but it is a useful one, and it's ultimate. So, hey, if you want to try your luck in the Lucky Strike, go for it. But as I've already talked in that preview that I mentioned earlier, keep in mind that that's basically gambling with your resources, so it's on you if you want to actually try it. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do, hit like button, all of that good stuff. And actually, if you want to get a hard opinion on this video, the key phrase is going to be the ultimate car that you don't want to bring unboosted. First person to post it, Harping, you know how that works. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.